southern Italy, the heel of the boot. Remote, vast open spaces. The red earth here has a magnetic pull. Raw, alternately charming and savage.
Now, in the annals of food, this is like a divisive dish. Basically anything with ricci, also known as uni, we call it sea urchin roe. This is truly one of the greatest things on earth. God damn.
Despite its uncanny beauty, southern Italy's Puglia and Basilicata regions are some of the least populated, least visited, least known parts of the country. A mix of sea, hills, valleys, and rich earth. The food here is Italian, but completely its own.
Little garlic, pepperoncino, parsley. Sea urchin, some kind of fish, fumet. Pasta, that's it. Oh, incredible. Never been to this part of Italy before. A lot of blue here. Light browns and ochres and white. I don't know, you just look at this place, it demands a big space. As I walk around, I'm always humming with these Ennio Morricone scores. For a few dollars more, Once Upon a Time in the West. So good. Sort of meal that makes you want to start smoking again. Oh, grazie. Oh, God, that's good. Jesus.
Feudal, ungovernable, it was believed once that civilization and Christianity would never reach this far south into the heel of Italy's boot. A lawless land filled with folklore and tales of spirits and possession. A blood soup of Christianity and paganism.
I had an extremely handsome brother, and I was a little, I was like an elf. So I kind of didn't get the attention from the mother that my brother did. I have very big lips as a child, and she always used to say that I should have plastic surgery. But when you see my daughter, Sophia, she's got my lips.
Yeah.
But they look good on her.
Up in the mountains, you find tiny medieval-era villages like Bernaldo, seat of the paternal family roots of this man, Francis Ford Coppola.
Welcome, benvenuto. Thank you.
One of the greatest filmmakers of all time.
You have deep roots here.
My grandfather always told the stories of Bernalda Bella. And oddly enough, he never had gone back once he left as an American immigrant. But it became mythical to me. The story is that the family originally came from Lecce, and someone got the sister pregnant, and they killed them. And then they became briganti. So they were one step ahead of the law, and then they settled down and became laborers in olive fields. And that's really the origins of the Coppola family. Because the South was so oppressed by the North, it stayed the same. They haven't had 1,000 years of cheap gyp the tourist. And you come and you can walk out in the street, you're in a real Italian town where the people don't know anything about it. They'll invite you to their house for dinner here, quite innocently. How long that will last, I don't know. What we're looking at here is a food. I thought you'd get a kick out of lambrascione, or my family call lambrajune. It's the bulb of a flower, the hyacinth.
Wow.
You score it, and then you put it in deep fry, and that turns into a flower.
Beautiful. Oh, wow. This is incredible. So you may have some history with this house. I mean, was it your grandfather was boning the help here? Was it?
You know, heard that story. My grandfather was, they called him Zumpe Balcone. He was girl crazy. And he would go up on the roof and go down to where the maid was, Palmetta, and conduct this affair. And so when I found this place years later, there was, in fact, a roof leading to a housemaid's. And I fantasized that perhaps that was where it happened. Dove, we have to have more food. Prende the seconda. This is a dish, we called it codene. How do you call it?
Potenna.
Yeah, this is like basically, my father said,
Big skin.
This is the football.
Wait a minute. You had this at your dinner table as like a young man, as a
Yeah,
kid?
a little kid.
Wow.
I hated it,
Of course.
but now I don't.
Oh, so good.
We're dining at Palazzo Margherita, not the ancestral home of generations of Coppolas, but might well have been the one-time manor house of those who lorded over them while they worked in the fields.
During Mussolini time, every town had a podesta, the official of the fascist party. And this family was the podesta.
Oh.
The ladies here were so, snobby. I mean, we are low-class Italians. They were more high-class Italians.
It took years and a lot of money converting the once grand but decaying mansion into a boutique hotel.
When you bought this place, is there a sense of vengeance?
By then, The
Come on, a little
Godfather
bit.
had come out 40 years ago.
No, I mean, look, it's not about the film. It's about a historical correction.
There's a saying, you know what Italian Alzheimer's is? Do you know what it is? You forget everything but the grudge. This is the only internal garden in Basilicata. I don't think any of the normal people had ever been permitted to visit it.
Right.
So I was happy that normal people were going to be here. The Godfather was a weird experience in my life because it was so much more successful than I could have ever anticipated, so that I became well known around the world in ways that was almost embarrassing. And so when I came here, they made me an honorary citizen, and they had the little school children out in a parade. And if I think about it, as a new kid in a school, my greatest fear was embarrassment. Oh, here's Francis. He's the new student. Oh, Francis is a girl's name. I was embarrassed in front of everyone, and I was a total outsider. And then when I became, on the other side of the Godfather, when I became so well known, I was also an outsider. So I've always been an outsider. What's in there?
Some lamb chops.
Oh,
and,
lamb chops, okay.
Some lamb head.
Oh, the capucel is in there?
It's over there.
So you're getting a whole lamb's head.
Oh, look at this. Here we go. Come on out, man.
Oh, that's very
Here
good. Is this for me?
Let me plate.
Oh, okay. Mmm.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Come here, little one. Hello, sweetie pie.
Hello.
This is my friend. No, we went last night, and it was so great. We went to the local circus. The tigers and giraffe and water oxen.
Did you go to the circus? Was it good? Cool. What was your favorite part?
When the giant fake gorilla came.
Bellissimo. Che porto, eh?
That smell,
The smell of the port. It's some dead fish. It's not fresh fish. It's dead fish. No.
Today, we fish.
Ah, e allora?
No, puoi tenere le scarpe.
Ma no, me le tolgo.
Va bene. Franco, tira sotto, Franco. Vabbè, va fatto già, vai.
For once, I'm confident of success with Dino and Franco and their trusty wooden gozzo, as they call these boats.
Ciao, Vito!
And for good luck, I have Asia Argento along, who in addition to directing and acting in films for like the last 30 years, has spent a hell of a lot of time doing this.
Oh, riti da posta sono.
Ah, la vedo, non è così.
Se vuoi ti aiuto io di qua.
Ah,
No.
metterlo...
Devi lavorare all'impiedi se vuoi imparare.
Oh,
non
ma
sei
io l'ho
brutta.
fatto, guaglio, l'ho fatto 1000 volte.
Ma sai quanti
Io
scappi
faccio
mi
le
dava?
gambe, Madonna mia.
Oh, Cristo, te pucciolè.
Dai, hai visto come so fatte? Oh, quasi un uomo.
Le donne sono quasi uomini.
You've never done this?
I've done this. I've stood there and watched somebody else do it.
Oh, eccolo lo scorponello. Scorpion fish.
Oh, nice.
A little one. Ok, Anthony, dai, take over.
Ciao, Magno, non ha perduto un senso, dai, che cacchio.
It's
your
good for the
forearms.
hangover. No, forearm. It's very good for the hangover.
Viene leggera?
Sì, sì. Oh, che bello! È il serpente di mare.
Beautiful. You're making him talk like a little hand puppet, too. He's like, he had his little hand.
Yeah. Hey, you had too much to drink last night. Too much.
Non morde, dai!
No, ma lo so, ma la testa...
Ah sì, se lo vuoi ammazzare ti tiro un morso in testa.
Ma non c'è la parola in italiano per uno quando si sente il giorno dopo che si è ubriacato, come ti dice?
Ubriaco.
There's no word for hangover.
We have to invent a
It's
word
incredibly
for hangover in
optimistic and
Italian.
unusual.
Yeah, I know, there's none.
Non è che diciamo
Because it's shameful.
Oh!
Oh! Bravo!
Hanno pescato in due, quando si vogliono bene, quando due, eh? Oh! Vabbè, va! Ehi! Mette buco, eh?
want to see what's inside his gut.
Maybe a half-digested Speedo.
Ah, look at all this goodness.
You know, you're enjoying that a little too much.
Any notions I had of spending an idyllic afternoon by the shore are quickly dashed when I discover it's a religious holiday. Which apparently means Italians grease up, strap on their tiniest bathing suits, and hit the beach en masse. Our intrepid fisher folk and some friends collaborate with Ozzy and me on a picnic/barbecue/beach party.
Okay, and the 2 lobsters. Look at all that roe. Look at that, the tamale.
Che bello.
Questo è lo cotto alla monopolitana, lo cotta come mi ha insegnato
E
mia
come
madre.
si fa?
Questa si mette prima olio, aglio e cipolla.
Sì.
The sauce, see all those little fish paid off. They're going in already, my God. You're not waiting. Good, I'm in.
Oh, manana. They're hungry.
Yeah, that's it.
Starving.
Super.
Joe.
It's good.
Joe.
Joe,
Joe. Mi ero dimenticato il nome, la verità.
The lobster looks great. Mamma mia. La femmina bugiarda m'ha lasciata. E tu, poverina, vieni a mangiare.
Ani, stai zitta, che è poco per noi. Che facciamo? Dopo facciamo...
No, Gio, ma lui
Pensa, va, terribile.
Chi ti hai chiamato? Bravo, Franco, come sei bravo a pulire.
It's incredible.
These are incredible.
It's so sweet.
Yeah. Sì, vino.
Guarda un po', mia moglie sta guardando. Che se non sta,
Se
vedi,
non sta guardando?
ne faccio 2 bottiglie di vino, ormai lasci se l'ho preso.
Aspetta, quello.
Oh, look at this.
Ah, bella.
Ma è vuota!
È finita già.
This is a uniquely Italian thing.
With the speedos.
The banana hammock.
The what?
Banana hammock?
In America, people don't want to get a tan like this.
Yeah, they don't want to reveal that much about themselves. It
But
takes a
so they
mystery out
wear
of
the
big boxer. You know,
boxers.
keep them guessing until it's too late.
Bisogna anche vedere. Ancora che non
dici
messo
che
qualche
poi cresce.
calzetta.
Ah, ci mettono
O qualche
dentro.
cetriolo. No, non lo so.
Come
gli salami.
Ah, il salame.
Come la proposta dell'elefante. Chi te lo dice? Tutto ti puoi aspettare.
It's like an elephant trunk. Oh, it can grow incredibly.
Oh, he's a grower, not a shower.
Ma questo è tutto a registrare sta.
Guarda.
Dove? Oh! Ah, sì! Vivi morto. Oh, sì! Oh, sì!
The heel of Italy's boot has been referred to as the land of remorse, la terra del rimorso, which also translates to land of the rebitten. Here, in this harsh landscape, lives the tarantula, and echoes of some deep, dark, pre-Christian pagan shit, like tarantism. A dance, a ritual, an exorcism, an expression of unspeakable desires.
What is this one?
Humble
Can we
local
trust?
wine. It's rustica.
Rustico.
Rustico.
Here we are at the humble masseria.
Now, what is a masseria?
A masseria is a place. It was the bigger house where the family would stay, and then the farmers,
Right.
the animals.
It's a plantation.
It's a plantation. The
This would
farms,
be the big house.
Ehi, ammazza quanta cosa a me. La dia a lui, santo cielo. Un sacco di pasta. The women are very provocative, huh? To say the least. It's like at your place in America. Hookers.
No, it's Hooters.
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 Local Apulian superstition has it, if a tarantula bit someone, most often a woman while she worked the fields, it could lead to some pretty direct and disturbing demonstrations of carnality and desire. The victim tortured by something supernatural, toxic, for which there was only one cure.
La Taranta. It's the kind of music that was made for these women who were possessed, bit by the tarantula. All of a sudden, a woman would be on the floor, speaking in tongues, like, oh, and the family doesn't know what to do. There was only one remedy. Calling the musicians in, they would have this kind of ecstatic and orgasmic pretty much moment where they were released from this ultimately sexual possession.
Over the generations, the Catholic Church absorbed ancient pagan traditions like tarantism, and the ritualistic, frenzied music and dance associated with it evolved into what we know today as pizzica and tarantella. While elsewhere in Europe, belief in afflictions like tarantism died off, down here, old-school rituals are still practiced. Victims of the tarantula's bite experience swelling, pain, spasms, and when exposed to music, hysteria.
Wow. There's a sense of vastness that I'm not used to. So does this remind you of your cowboy movies?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yes, the lone gunman out for vengeance would be riding in a long shot over there.
The cave city of Matera was occupied for a span of 9,000 years, predating the days of Christianity, the Roman, and even Greek empires.
So this was the shame of Italy, this place.
It doesn't look shameful to me.
Back in the day, right, this was where
People lived in caves and they had no God.
After centuries of neglect, Matera's cave communities became, for post-war Italy, a symbol of national dysfunction, backwardness, and horrifying living conditions.
I mean, this is an area that was known for briganti, outlaws, bandits. So this was always where, you know, the losers were sent. Into the 50s and 60s, this was considered an embarrassment and a shame. People lived
Yeah, because they
without
had no
plumbing,
water, yes.
10 kids, shitting in a bucket, up to 50% mortality rate among children.
Malaria was endemic, with children begging in the street for quinine to prevent it.
They were burning fire to keep the animals away as the children were dying.
In the 1950s, the population was forcibly relocated, leaving Matera's cave structures abandoned.
And the way they lived, you know, they were still pagan.
And of course now it's
Because of Mel
Airbnb.
Gibson and all the Christ movies, because it looks like Jerusalem at the time of Christ. And it's strange that, you know, in a place that had no God, they shot all the Christ movies. Jesus brought the money, and all of a sudden this became hip, and people wanted to live in the caves and make bed and breakfast, and expensive. It's expensive to live in the caves now.
But this is the story of every beautiful place, kind of. It's like, let's move everybody out, and then in come the hipsters and the postcards and the Airbnbs. And thank God nobody's living
like
here.
You, but anyway,
You're right,
this
you're
one,
right,
yeah,
you're
because
right.
people like you make it, oh, this looks so wonderful, I want to go see. And then they bring the money in, and
Oh my God, I am
the
selling
charm-
Airbnbs right now, as
we
we
speak. They put the cross up there. So up there you go to see Christ.
To take your selfie. But it's beautiful, it's still beautiful.
No,
It
it's
looks
also, I've
idyllic, right?
never seen a place like this. Not even in Jerusalem. Until the tourist arrives and they make it
Right.
disgusting. I mean, they make it,
Different.
yes.
La riulina, riulina, riula. Da zita iola degno e de ti da tutta. Ui, ui, ui.
Bellissimo.
Bravissima, bellissima.
Excelente.
My grandma died when I was a kid, And those of you who know me know I'm always on the lookout for another one. Somebody's, anybody's grandma to cook for me and make me feel like everything's gonna be okay.
Buonasera. Buonasera. Ciao, dammi un bacio. Ciao Maria.
Our friend Angelo introduces us to Nonna Maria.
Che belle orecchiette.
E si vede, guarda com'è carnosa.
Sì.
No, magari se vuole ne mettiamo un pochino, dai, mettilo, dai. Come vuoi? Facciamo abbondanza, Anthony, dai.
Mettici il formaggio.
Sì, subito.
Formaggio ricotta,
Cacio ricotta.
Cacio ricotta.
Cacio ricotta,
Cacio
eccezionale.
ricotta, sì.
Okay.
What's the difference between ricotta and cacio ricotta?
Cacio è caciocavallo. It's a bit smoky.
Oh, che profumo, complimenti.
Mangiate, buon appetito.
Grazie.
Grazie, signor Rosario, Padre, Figlio, Spirito Santo.
No, è buonissimo. Eccezionale, signora Maria. Vino. Che vuole Maria? Vino?
Sì. Viene un sacerdote, stasera non è venuto, ho telefonato ieri, non ha voluto
volevo
venire.
venire. She's saying she has a priest coming every night to have dinner with her. È un bravo uomo.
Sì, no, è bravo, come un figlio per me.
Giovanni si chiama?
Sì.
Don Giovanni.
Don Giovanni.
I originally had in mind, I don't know, some polite dinner conversation. Maybe changing times, history of the region.
First of all, I guess
No, il Signore, no, io sono molto amore e molto amore verso il Signore.
But Maria had other things on her mind.
so. I want to know what are the differences in character, in the heart and character of the Pugliese
And the rest of Italy.
and the rest of Italy.
Dice Maria a quest'età, 89, dice, e poi tutti gli acciacchi che tieni. Dice, il Signore ti vuole bene, a te ti fa le grazie. Dice, non te li posso fare, sono 3 sere che non mi fai i piatti, perché lui soffre. Si sta appellando tante cose, figlio mio. Sta male dopo venire.
She's sorry, I mean, he's sorry
mi
that
fece
she's
piangere, mi fece piangere.
Che?
Ieri sera mi fece piangere.
Last night he made
Maria, non fare così, ma dai.
Vieni a piangere, perché le voglio bene come una figlia, capite? Mi voglio bene come una figlia. Dunque.
In the end, sometimes all you can do is get out of the way and enjoy the ride.
Andarono le 2 donne, andarono al vescovo, non ti stavo dicendo, quelle troie. Scusami signore, sai, mi è venuta. No, cattive sono state, lo devono pagare però. No, la devo pagare, nell'ora del diavolo che se li porta all'inferno.
Aspetta, vuole chiedere una domanda, Anthony.
Sì.
Why is it St. Peter or St. Paul or both? Why are they the
I
big
peperoni
cities?
non li vuoi
Allora,
assaggiare?
Oh, super.
Tu quanti figli hai, Maria?
2, un maschio e una femmina.
Un maschio e una femmina.
Ma sono bravi tutti e 2, tengo dei figli di oro, guarda.
E Maria, però non ti vengono le lacrime, mi fai dispiacere,
no,
Maria.
No, ma
dai,
sono lacrime
bravo.
di gioia.
Dai, è la gioia, brava, la gioia, gioiosa ti vogliamo.
La
Maria.
gioia.
La gioia ci vuole, brava Maria.
Senti.
Come ti senti con le gambe? Le gambe?
Che quello è quasi.
No,
Maria,
state comodi. L'aiuto io Maria per piacere? Asia, l'aiuto io Maria. Maria, tutto bene?
That's the cushion. No,
never.
don't. I know what you're
Yeah,
tempted to do.
but
That's the
you
bad
know,
part.
when I was a child, my mother took me.
That's a good pope or the Nazi.
No, he was the good one. He
Which
was
one
not
is
the
this?
Nazi. This is not Papa Nazi.
That's a good one. The current one, the one before?
Perfetto.
Whatever.
Voitila. Papa, bello Papa Voitila. Io l'ho incontrato Papa Voitila.
Quanto sei bello.
Mi ha accarezzato. She loves us, so beautiful.
Comunque Maria, le orecchiette erano
Ah, guarda, abbiamo finito di... Bravo!
eccezionali, proprio.
Ave Maria, Vergine del cielo, la prece nostra si vuol a te con fervore, perdona noi peccator. Ave Maria.
You know why the streets are empty?
Why?
Because everyone is celebrating St.
Oh,
Peter.
the festa.
La festa dei
feast.
Santi.
You throw a party and celebrate the death of two saints.
Double P. Paolo e Pietro.
The festival of local patron saints Peter and Paul is equal parts religious celebration and a big party. But I'm not going.
All right.
You don't want to go see the feast of the saints?
No. I did not. I'm named after a saint. But, but I have
Which Anthony? Which Antonio?
one who loves animals.
No.
Cooked.
No. But with Antonio, there's Antonio, he loves kids.
I like kids. But not cooked. So, you have been reading up on St. Peter, I've been reading up on St. Paul. You know, two people were brutally, one was crucified upside down.
Peter.
My guy had his head lopped off.
Oh, he was beheaded.
He was
For
beheaded.
certain.
St. Paul wasn't like a nice guy.
Oh, he was terrible.
He was in charge of persecuting heretics and Christians.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's on his way to Damascus to torture the fuck out of some more Christians. And he experiences a blinding light. He goes blind.
And what does the voice say? I am Jesus, your Lord. You're torturing Christians. Like, you shall stop.
Yeah. Get on board, get on the Jesus train. And then 3 days later, the scales fell from his eyes.
Yes, but the scales is like prosciutto. Like, he had prosciutto in front of his eyes and fell down. And then he was like, oh, it was...
You're making me hungry.
It's a miracle. Oh, that's wow.
As important as religion, folklore, and history are to me, you know what's more important? Dinner. A last grab at some local specialties.
In the past, the town was considered a sacred site, protected by St. Paul, who, according to local belief, made the land and its inhabitants immune to the bites of poisonous animals, especially the tarantula. That's why, here you go.
A few final moments of happiness, far from the madness.
Budget's going good now. I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. It's the streets are incredibly clean.
I mean, I've never seen, like, when you walk around the streets, they shine. There's more money, there's more tourism. But what is this hiding? Because for me, when I see perfect beauty, I always wonder what's behind. Parla più piano che nessuno sentirà. Il nostro amore lo viviamo io e te. Nessuno sa la verità. È un grande amore, mai più grande esisterà. È un grande amore, così grande esisterà.